think hearts and minds are, been going all over the place, for the last couple of years, and I certainly didn't expect to be involved in a last day of the season thing again this year, but it's happened again, and ultimately this time round it's different positions. We're not in the favoured position. Rangers are this time. Obviously playing at home gives us a bit more comfort, but in saying that, Hearts always give us a tough game at Celtic Park, so it's not a foregone conclusion that we'll win the game. Obviously we're positive and confident that we will. We've just got to hit the ground running, hopefully, from the start of the game and try and score early, and maybe that will put pressure on elsewhere.
How disappointed are you that after the draw at Easter Road last weekend, the title's not in your hands going into the final match? I
think we've just had to bounce back straight away and get on with things and proceed the way we have, and try and concentrate on the game at Hearts, because this certainly isn't over yet. That's the way we think, and that's the way we'll be thinking until 90 minutes is done and dusted and someone says otherwise. And then I think obviously if it worst comes to worst, then you've got 6 weeks, unfortunately, to think about it before you're back in.
Looking back to Christmas, it was your goal, of course, that won the game for Celtic at Ibrox. That put you 7 points clear going into the new year. You must have been confident at that stage.
Yeah, I suppose, it's a nice buffer, but there's a long way to go in the season and anything can happen, and surely enough, that's what's happened again, and we see ourselves in a position where we're disappointed as players. You try and work at everything, and you work hard in every single game. It's not like you don't try from one game to the next. We've struggled to maintain goal scoring, but in saying that, it's a team game and everyone's responsible for that. And funny enough, we sit in the SBL with the most goals though. So we're just remaining positive and looking forward to it. Like I said, Sunday, just to get out of the way now, because this week's certainly been a long week thus far, and I'm sure at the other end they'll probably tell you that as well at Rangers.
4 years ago you were playing with Motherwell and you came up with a couple of goals that denied Celtic the title. I guess that shows that there's no certainty about Rangers going to Tannadice and winning this weekend.
Maybe it's time for someone else to make a name for themselves at some other end. But we can't worry about that. I think we've just got to, if we start venturing our minds elsewhere, then I think it will cause us problems. I think we've just got to remain positive and think about our game solely. And then, when 90 minutes is up, though we'll probably hear before that, if that's the case, that that things are going our way, that that would be great. But all we can do is hope and pray.
19 goals this season for Scott McDonald.